Nah. People. Joel Benjamin 528 here. Salute to the international audience, the domestic YouTube audience, and the Rumble audience. Ripple applies for bank status. What it means for XRP holders. Also, what does it mean for the Ripple people? What does it mean for you as well? That owns and hold Ripple stock. All right. I got a good one for you tonight. Not going to be on here too long. Just looking to give you that news that Ripple filed for the bank charter. Ripple files for a Fed master too. Okay. So we got that they filed for their bank license. Let me share my screen so you see what I see. It's all over the news. And the price of XRP had started going up. So any of you that didn't get your XRP, then hey, that's on you. As you could see here, let me make this a bit bigger for you. There we go. All right. Ripple applies for U.S. National Bank Charter. This is Reuters. Wall Street Journal. Ripple seeks a U.S. bank license. Exclusive. Ripple seeks U.S. bank license, adding to list of crypto companies. All right. So the price of Ripple is jumping up. Of XRP, I should say, is jumping up. And the Ripple stock itself. They also file for a bank, a Fed master. Let me see if this article is talking about it here. Federal Bank Trust Charter. Oh no, that's still for that. Let me type in, hold on people. Fed profiles for Fed master, but they did it through Hidden Road. Oh my gosh. Hold on people, Ills of going live. Ills of going live. Let me see. Where was I? I'm sorry about that, people. The Fed master, right? On parallel track, Ripple Subsidiary, Standard Custody, and Trust has filed for a Federal Reserve master account. If approved, Ripple could custody RLUSD reserves directly with the Fed and handle redemptions around clock, even outside traditional banking hours. So y'all still don't know y'all need to get XRP? Okay. Remember when I told y'all in 2020 there's gonna be the Bank of Ripple, 2021 Bank of Ripple, 2022 Bank of Ripple, 2023 Bank of Ripple, 2024 I said it also Ripple is gonna be the Bank of Ripple. Don't be surprised if Ripple become a bank. And now we're here in 2025. And some of y'all are either stuck on stupid or just plain stuck on stupid. Take your pick. Either way, it's the same one. And you still haven't gotten yourself no XRP yet. And this news just came out. I've been told you the writings on the wall. I seen it. I seen it. Come on. So we're going to get a little bit deeper into this. Just a little bit. Let me go back to the other one. Let's go back to this one right here. This one is talking about the National Bank license and the Fed master that Ripple filed. So as you see here, Ripple files for National Bank license and Fed master account to boost RLUSD security. Ripple is charging into the regulated banking arena, seeking a national license and Federal Reserve access to vault its stablecoin into elite federally supervised territory. Just so you know, no one else been filing for a bank charter? Circle bank charter. Doing it all for y'all in real time. Well, what do you know? 2 days ago, Circle applied for National Trust Charter. A federally regulated trust charter would also help Circle meet expected requirements under the Proceeds Genius Act legislation. Come on, people. Y'all are still, why you think Trump is going so hard to push these different acts come into play with crypto involved in it? While y'all twiddling your thumbs, this is what's going on behind the scenes. Okay? Circle applies for U.S. Trust Bank license after bumper IPO, meaning the IPO went high. So they filed for a bank license. Now, just to show y'all that it existed, now we're going to go back to here with this article. RLUSD, which holds a $469 million market cap, is backed by Dollar Reserve and Treasury and was launched in late 2024. Jack McDonald, Ripple's stablecoin lead, described the dual regulatory approach as setting a new bar for transparency and compliance in the stablecoin market. The move places Ripple among a growing cohort of crypto companies seeking bank charters in I'm bugging. Anticipation of the Genius Act. So they all acting fast before the Genius Act, which is expected to require such licenses for stablecoin issuers. Anchor Digital remains the only crypto native firm with a federal bank license, while Circle, issuer of stablecoin USDC, has also applied. Ripple's strategy reflects a broader push towards institutional grade infrastructure as stablecoins move closer to regulatory mainstream acceptance. Now, remember, with the Fed master, they're going through standard custody and trust company. Ripple's subsidiary also submitted an application for a Federal Reserve master account earlier this week. If granted, the firm could directly custody RLUSD reserves with the central bank and issue or redeem tokens outside of normal banking hours. Garlinghouse noted, we also applied for a Fed Master account while Congress is working towards clear rules and regulations and banks. In a far cry from the years of Operation Choke Point 2.0 are leading in this access, would also, would allow us, I'm reading too fast, would allow us to hold RLUSD reserves directly with the Fed and provide an additional layer of security to further prove trust in RLUSD. Now, I'm going to go here. No gatekeeping. Tether new act looks bad for Tether. Now, you know Tether is banned in the EU. The Genius Act ain't going to be good for Tether. I'm telling you now. Let me see here. 16 hours ago. So I'm giving y'all some Tether news. Tether faced legal heat as Celsius Bitcoin case advanced. Ooh. So let me tell y'all something. With this Genius Act that's passing and all this other stuff, that's pretty much bad news for Tether. See, even more bad news for Tether as U.S. passes Genius Act. Now, in case you don't know, it's number 3 in market cap. XRP that recently took it over and then fell back. When this is out of the picture, it is going to be a black. Let me show you all these cryptos here. See all these cryptos here? From 1 to where are they going? How far are they going? I want to show y'all. I'm doing this for you in real time. From 1 to 100, all these, that's at the top 100 right now, including Bitcoin, it is going to come crashing down. This would be this should be the last of the last final shakeout. Okay? They've been telling you this is bad news for Tether. This is big, huge news, and no one is reporting on this, by the way. Okay? No one is reporting on this. We've been telling you XRP, well, the XRP army, somebody like myself was telling you XRP along with the company Ripple is going to become a bank. It only made sense. I seen it writing on the wall. I've been saying it before anybody else been screaming it. That's a fact. Check the timestamps and the date stamps. Okay? The next thing, we've been telling you Tether is going to fall. And with that will come the fall of BTC, Bitcoin. It's going to go back up because all the money from Tether have to flow into RLUSD or Circle, or both, I should say. So it's going to come in. Right now, the fear and greed index is on neutral. Be prepared for this stuff to be broken past this green mark right here. It's going to be extra bullishness because Tether is doomed. I don't want to dwell on it. I don't want to keep going in on it. That's why Tether had to start buying Rumble. Well, when I say buying Rumble, I should say investing in Rumble. And I promise you, I guarantee you, Tether done put big money into Ripple XRP and Circle, along with what's the next one? The XRP and Ethereum. We already know they've been doing stuff with the Ethereum Foundation. Okay, so I'm helping y'all to understand this. Now, what this means for people's Ripple stock. All right, hold on one second. Let me show y'all. Didn't realize it wasn't on here. There you go. You should be able to see that now. See? Tether, number 3. All that money got to go into RLUSD and USD. All that market cap. But Tether will be around in a slick way. The owners, the people, they're going to eat because they're going to have whatever stock they're into. Blase, blase, blase. Let me move on. Enough about that. But I'm just getting you prepared. So keep your money on the side. Okay? They're putting their little news articles out on it, but they're not giving you the full breakdown. See, can Tether dominance survive the U.S. Stablecoin Act? Come on now, people. Now, Tether is not in the U.S. See, this one is articles from since February. New stablecoin bill would force Tether into the U.S. and Tether in the Bahamas. Okay. Why you think they've been going hard to pass this stablecoin act? Anyway, so prepare for a black swan event coming soon. Don't say I didn't tell you what's going on with Trump here. Trump backed America Bitcoin raises $220 million to buy BTC and mining gear. Yep, sound correct. Sound correct to me. They're gonna need it, especially once Tether fall. And let me be clear, it's affecting the whole market because that's one of the most trading pairs that they do, that they deal with. So yeah, look out for that black swan event, okay, when that come crashing down. Okay, what else? Let's talk about this dude right here. So just so you know, this dude is the one who been part of, I'm sorry, people. And he's part of Binance now, Norman Reed. Okay. Let's see where he's worked. And I'm going to show you how this ties in, what this means with what Ripple is doing, how this ties into your, how you say, what you got going on with XRP and your Ripple stock. So, okay. Binance USA. And that's where he currently is. Been there since September 2023. Seeing he worked for Link2. All right, part-time for 5 years and 4 months. You see the titles he had on there. Board of Director of Link2, LLC, Chairman of the Compensation Committee, and also he sat as legal advisor. Now, when we click here, show 14 experiences, we're going to go down. We're going to look for a little known company called Ripple. He worked at Ripple from January 2015 to March 2017. For 2 years, 3 months in San Francisco, California. All right. Now, so you see his ties to link to Ripple. Special Counsel Office of Chief Counsel Division of Market Regulations. Yes. How's in the government? How you like that? Senior Enforcement Attorney, Federal Reserve Bank of New York. So he also was in the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission, and he was in the Federal Reserve Bank of New York for 7 years. And for the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission for 6 years. Yeah, this is who Ripple hired and have working for them. Now, let's go back to link 2, because this is where it gets tricky. 9 times out of 10, if you have link 2 stock, you have gotten it from this guy right here. Okay? You can't make this shit up. So now, let's get into some of the good of it. Because if you have the shares or whatever, right, this is the outcome, this is the ultimatum, this is how it goes. If y'all need to get your pens and paper ready, this is what we're going to do and how we're going to do. So he was a third-party holder, and he was selling his stuff through link 2. Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse admitted that he stopped dealing. It's a tweet out. You could go Google it yourself. I don't got time. But you'll see it says that they were honoring and dealing with link 2 stock up until late 2024. Notice link 2 had cut it off before that. So what you practically or basically was doing was buying some of his shares and the other people's shares, right? So your shares will be good, right? Because it was legal, but this is the thing now. Ripple, the company itself, don't have to recognize you as a shareholder, okay? Real talk. They really don't. Only until an IPO or an acquisition happens. Now, those stocks are good. That's great news. Not saying that Ripple is going to do that, but they really don't have to. I need y'all to follow me here. So, when Ripple do everything and become part and dealing in the Federal Reserve, because that's what it is. I did a live stream showing you that already, not going back into it. Go watch that live stream. Showed you how they, for the Fed now and all that, they're using Ripple by way of another company. I proved that hands down, right? So this is the bad part about it now, or could be the bad part about it. Stay with me now. Those stocks that you have from Ripple, right, or from that you bought on link 2 is non-secure investments. You won't have any voting rights. Okay? Period. You only until they have, how you say, only until you have an acquisition or an IPO. So those stocks could pretty much be, how they say, not liquid, illiquid, indefinitely or not. It could be. Not saying that it will. Not saying that it will. Stick with me now. Okay? Or remember, it's through link 2. But I believe if even though link 2 gets shut down, that's still yours. Because remember, link 2 is already battling out and they done halt and stop trading. Keep in mind. When you're dealing with how you said bankruptcy on link 2, you never know, but you still would have that. Now, when you're going back to what's going on with link 2, Ripple and XRP, remember they was partnered with Uphold, link 2. They cut the partnership. So those stocks are still yours. I'm going to repeat. Those stocks still are yours, but they're pre-IPO Ripple stocks. So being that they're pre-IPO Ripple stocks, they are real. They are real, but they are from third-party holders like Google, Facebook. Yes, you heard me right. Facebook, and all these others. Yeah, you didn't know Google owns a huge portion of Ripple? Welcome to the real world. Okay? Now, even if they don't recognize you as a shareholder, not saying that they are going to do that, but at this point in time, it's unsecured. So if any type of vote-in or whatever with the shareholders, you will not be able to vote until they have the IPO or been acquired by another company. And this is just the facts of it. I need y'all to remember this. I said it again so you can remember. But I don't want you to fear, because that will open a whole nother can of worms. So I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening, people. Any questions on that? For those who's watching me and you're not watching me live, put it in the comment section. Okay? But you see that dude? He owns a whole lot of shares of Ripple that I showed you. Let me show you him again so y'all remember him. All right? This is him. Norman Reed. You can't make this up. You just can't. This man worked at the Fed. Let me just go back. Just a quick recap. Everybody behind the lines is gathering up XRP. When I told y'all, get y'all money together, they will have it open up so you can get Ripple stocks. What did y'all do? Nothing. Y'all didn't look to get the Ripple stocks. Y'all played around your freaking lollygag. It's better to hold that whatever risk you want to take, because you are still, no matter what they say, you are a Ripple holder. All right? Y'all understand that? What he says, as Ripple's general counsel, I served as member of Ripple's senior executive team, reporting directly to the CEO. You know who's the CEO? Brad Garlinghouse. Providing strategic and legal advice on various regulatory, commercial litigation, I really need to put my glasses on. And intellectual property matter. Among other things, during my time at Ripple, I resolved pre-existing investigation brought by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of California and FinCEN on terms that permitted Ripple to continue expanding its business with financial instruction, and also suggested and supported the launch of derivative of Ripple's viral currency XRP in a regulated marketplace in London. I also suggested and supported, hold on, people. Yeah, I'm live right now. I'm live. Yeah, I know when I'm live, y'all don't get the notification. And supported lunch. Where was I? And I also suggested and supported obtaining a bit license from the Department of Financial Services of New York State. Oh my gosh. Mind you, he was with them since January 2015 to March 2017, 2 years and 3 months. And what a big impact he made. Check it out. Ripple implements solutions derived from Bitcoin blockchain technology for banks and other financial institutions to send cross-border payments. And then when you go down, okay. It's very good to note that also for 8 years, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, he did 8 years there. Yeah, General Court Counsel Meggio LLC, Managing Director, DTCC. Yeah. We pocket watching and we doxing. Okay? So you see, Managing Director, 8 years, DTCC. All right? So just so you know, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation. So now we're going to go back to the Special Counsel Office of Chief Counsel Division of Market Regulation. What a title. The U.S. Security and Exchange Commission, 2001 to 2007. He worked there for 6 years in Washington, D.C. Responsibilities include drafting amendments to the SEC's Trade Commission Rule 10B. Remember, we were speaking about that? Let's move on. Rule 10B to 10. Relating to transactions in security futures products and the rules governing the trading of low price liquidity security, preparing a number of no action exemptives letters, reviewing numerous enforcement cases, and provided securities laws advice to senior SEC attorneys and to outside counsel. He was the top. When they had problems, they had to come to him for advice. You see how Ripple knew that there wasn't a security? You see why now, right? This guy worked for Ripple. But before he worked for Ripple, he worked for where? The SEC. Then before he worked for the SEC, who did he work for from 1993 to 2000? 7 years. Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Managed investigations of alleged violations of U.S. banking laws and regulations by major international banks, including the U.S. branch and agencies of foreign banks in the following areas: cash management, mortgage backed securities, foreign exchange trading, treasury notes, and bonds, custody/transfer agents responsibilities, including trading and private banking. Okay? We doxing tonight. I don't care. Call me a stalker. That's all right. I will gladly eat that. I'll accept that. But y'all ain't gonna say I ain't show you. Oh, check it. Skills, financial services. Look at this. Ripple, endorsed by 2 colleagues at Ripple. Really? Let's see. Well. Wellington Scully, making Web3 things that people want. Oh, really? The next one is David Patterson, head of commission clerk, Dropbox. Really? And White House alum. Oh, all right. That's what we're working with over here. Okay. Moving on. So I connected the dots for y'all. Okay? Don't ever say I didn't. And that's that. So I gave you the breakdown of what it means for you. All right? Let me see questions. The information he is sharing is very valuable to all our lives. Frax. God bless and protect this man. Salute to Stoner Feud Game Show. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for that. So I gave you the breakdown. So if y'all didn't have Ripple stocks, womp. Okay? Womp. But you got XRP. Hooray. You got Ripple stocks and XRP. Gosh damn. Y'all on point. So I hope you've seen I get the breakdown. Be careful of not having enough money for this bull run coming around, because XRP been glitching, all these other cryptos been glitching, the wallet's been glitching. So something big is about to happen. You've seen this announcement. I showed you how much crypto they've been buying. Coinbase moving funny style. The other banks are moving funny style, especially when they see you're looking to buy crypto right now. I already did with this week, had to deal with 4 people that was going through that. Yeah. I'm at 38 minutes. Didn't even want to be here that long, but I had to show y'all the real deal. So salute to my international audience. Salute to the domestic. Salute to the YouTube audience. Salute to the Rumble audience. Get y'all crypto off these exchanges. I'm going to put in the comment section one of them that you can get. You want to get the metal plate. You know what? Just hit me up. Also, if y'all haven't got Crypto Pro Life by now, shame on you. You'd want to contact Crypto Pro Life at gmail.com and tell them Joel Benjamin 528. That's right. Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. Let me move back. My face all big and round into the camera. Salute to y'all. Peace.